friends, it's Trish with my channel Crafting Whimsy. Oh, I hope you're having a good day. I have been cleaning my house and cleaning everything and reorganizing, and man, I'm tired. But it's Flip Through Friday. I think that's what it's called, Flip Through Friday. Anyway, I will look and make sure, but this is my junk journal for July. I finished it. It's Junk Journal Madness. It's Junk Journal Madness, July 2022, hosted by Susan at I Totally Love It and Jovi at Creating with Jovi, and our theme was Disney, Princess, Fairy Tales, or Unicorns. 7 items to include, 6 items to make. I wonder where my thing is. We will find it. So let's go. I kept the book in its entirety. That's why, look at this. Look at that spine. I think it's 3 inches. I'll measure it. 14 to 11. Yep, 3 inches, and it's almost 3 inches tall. You know, I didn't really care about this theme, and I was not very good or happy, and I know that there are still a couple blank pages in here. My future daughter-in-law, I can't hardly wait, Alexis, said Cinderella was her favorite. So I'm immediately going to flip this out, and I'm going to go to the post office. I'm going to mail it to her. So the book is in its entirety. It is you can't see the spine. You can't see I just put them there. They can be taken out. It's a Midori style. But here we go. There's my favorite. There she is. She is my favorite. So here's Cinderella. I did a lot of washi tape together, holding it together. This book was from 1994, so it's 31 years old. And here's Cinderella and her father, and here's the first pocket. And it's just a little a stenciled card with a butterfly. You know, they're in the park. And he had a girl named Cinderella. And, oh, whoops, I missed something. And he got remarried because her mom died. And then her dad died, and here's her stepmother and those evil stepsisters. And I used vellum so you could still see them. And I put these cute little library cards. I made those with my friend, you know what her name is, Pam at Silver and Sparkles. So there's those. And now here, look at this, it's an uptuck. And doesn't this look like the bricks? This is the headboard or the wood on the top of the wall, and so I just put it in, and here's a writing page. There's not very much writing. And here's another writing page, and look, it's just an inky paper, a gel print that I was playing with, and a snippet roll. Here's my what's her name, Cinderella, sleeping. There's her friends, the mice. Added some lace to make it pretty. Oh, those cute little mice. That's Gus. Here's another paper, and I put a paper ruffle, more writing space. And then here's another, what do you call this? Journaling card. And I left it for a white pen. But look, I wrote friend because those are her friends, those little miceys. Those mices. And then she's feeding all the chickens. We all know she's doing all the work. There's her friends. They all come running. The cat. His name is Lucifer, don't forget. And here is a scrappy pad. And it's just a whole bunch of torn up papers that I had left over that I put all together. It's just in there. I made it so it matched the rock wall or the brick wall, and I made it so it matched, so it looked like the book. And so Jacques is running and Lucifer's after him, and whoops, and then there's a double pocket with some junk journal sketches, and that's One Shoe Can Change Your Life. And you know, some things I didn't embellish very much. And here's another journal card, and it says, good friends never go out, never go out of style. And look they're not good friends, no. And the corn and the mice are fighting with the chickens. And then here is Lucifer trying to keep Gus from his mouse hole, because that's Jacques. And here's the cat tail. I embellished a little because I needed to have another thing. It's just an envelope. She can write on it or put something in there. I thought I'd put a cat on there. There's that Lucifer. Look at those sharp teeth and sharp claws. Here's Cinderella waiting on the girls. here she is, waiting on the girls. Some more, oh, those are journaling cards from Junk Journal Sketches, which will come out tomorrow. And here's some more pretty journaling cards. I just love some journaling cards. And I put on some little corner talks. And you saw the big pocket, the regular music paper. Look at her taking up breakfast to everybody. And then she's going up the steps. And here's an envelope that she could put some things in. And it's so cute. And she's got her lucky ticket. And so some more pretty lace. And there's in the miles away. And the king is planning on. And here's the second signature. He's planning on the royal ball. And here's Cinderella doing work. And there's that mean old Lucifer purposefully dirtying up her job. And then there's Cinderella. And you know there's an urgent message coming. And you will see it. But here's that another double pocket. And some more journaling cards. And here he is. And look at, I made it with a magnet. See, here, listen, you can hear it. There's the magnet. And here's just some wood papers for fun. You can put them somewhere or leave them there. It doesn't matter. So I thought I'd do that. And I did Pam did this kind of, I forgot what she called it, this collage on her papers. It just gives it some strength. So I liked it. So they're reading about going to the ball. And here we go. There's her apron. And there's a little journaling card in here. Oops, come on. So that's a flip out. And there's my little banner. That was also a junk journal sketch, if I'm not mistaken. And she wants to go and look at her stepmother. You know she's going to say no. And we're already at 39. So now she's making a dress. She found an old dress that was her mother's, and she's going to make it into her new dress. And look at, everybody's excited. And then she's getting all of her tools. And then look, there's that paper again. I just think it looks so cool. And there she's got the picture, kind of like we do when we make junk journals, and they're helping her. And here's just another paper. And there's a birdie, because there's birds everywhere, singing a song. And look at, I made this jumbo tag. It's like as big as a page. And I embellished the pocket. And there's her pretty pink dress. Matches my card. Here they are with some beads from Anastasia and Drizella, the sisters. And Lucifer saw them, but they escaped. And here's another paper ruffle. And here's Lucifer. See, he was after him and he missed. Oh, here's my paper. Okay. And so, and here's a page. I put it in here because I left this and I did not do anything to this or this one. And maybe I should, but I missed it. So she's so happy her dress is done, and she's so excited because they brought her that. And look what they did. They ripped it off her. Those bad, mean, hateful girls. And so, and here's just a journaling page. Look at them being so terrible. Oh, breaks my heart. And there's her fairy godmother. And I made this into the bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Listen, I love the bit, and look at the bubbles. It's just a little journal card that fits into the big envelope. And I made everything big. And so far, the things that I've made is a regular tag, a belly band, paper flower, notebook or booklet, label, cluster, corner tuck, page edge, jumbo tag, you saw it, snippet roll was that band, journal cards, tip in and tip out, right here's one right here, a master board, a mini envelope. We're going to come up to them. So here we go. Oops. And here's this one. And look at this one's not an envelope. But look, isn't that so cute? Ooh, I love it. Okay. And so here we go. We're still looking for a couple more things. But look, there's your pumpkin. I'll show you my pumpkin in a minute. I just love it. And so look at, it's beautiful. And that guy, and there's her beautiful pumpkin. And the mice have become you-know-who. And you-know-who. The horse and the dog is a footman, and it's all fun. And she reminds her midnight, and they're waiting for her. And she finally is pulling up, and she's reaching the palace. here is some little coin pockets I made. And here's a wooden tag. So I've included something wooden. I painted it. Here's a little paper flower. Here's just plain tags. More writing space, you know. How fun is that? Let's flip it over. There's another belly band with some beautiful ribbon. And I tried to match the colors, you know, the color, just because. So she's finally at the ball, and she's so excited. And there's the king and the Grand Duke, and they're watching. And you know why they're watching? Because everybody's watching Cinderella. Here's another journaling card. They're looking in the window, you know. I thought that was fun. A little touch. There's some pretty hearts, because look at they already know. They already know. Look at their faces, and everybody's watching. And everybody wonders about her. And then the clock strikes midnight, and there's her shoe. There is her shoe. She's lost it, and she's running. And here's my pumpkin, because look there's the pumpkin. Here's mine. I used to get the paper pumpkin. It was just a kit, and I made it a writing spot, and I put in a writing journal card. And then look at this magnificent card that I painted and glitzed all up, because it's really magic. We all know. So there we go. How fun is that? Just in a regular pocket. And so, whoops. And so here's one of those papers. Oh, I just love it. I love it. So they're racing closer and closer. Huh. And so here's some more. And I guess I could have made them. And I just made them mimic the blue over there. Because, you know, the clock's going to stop tolling, and Cinderella's going to be back in her raggedy gown and her fine horses. And so here it is. And here's the envelope. And here's one shoe can change your life. And here is a matching card. That's blank. That matches. And you can tell it's old because it's discolored from the light. Look at, there you go. So there she is. One shoe can change your life. And there's the king dreaming about Cinderella marrying his son and having grandchildren. And here's the magic. And I made this, but I just thought it was fun. Gold paper with black stars and black paper. Pockets with gold embossed. Stenciling. Texture paste, you know, and there's one of those with just the magic of strength. And now we're in the last signature. And let me tell you, there are 6 signatures. Yeah. Maybe there's only 4 signatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 maybe. I don't know. A mandala, because that's just fun. There's that evil stepmother. Look at her evil eye poking out. And then, guess what? They locked her in. There's the key. And they're sneaking it. See these mice, Jacques and Gus? They are getting the key from the wicked stepmother. And they're trying on that little pretty Cinderella shoe, but those girls are not gonna fit. We all know. We all know how it turns out. This is not a new story. And then, of course, he drops it and breaks it because there's the pillow. And, you know, it didn't matter because when they tried it, and then finally Cinderella's out and they're getting ready to go, and she said perhaps she could help because she has the other matching slipper, the glass slipper. And look at how happy the Grand Duke is. And then, hello, it's wedding bells. You can see her. And here's another journal card because it's all fun and games. And I thought that was there's a doily. And then here's another part of the doily. And they watch her get married in their royal best. And look they all look so handsome. And they all lived happily ever after. And there's some flowers. And look it says, never look back. If Cinderella went back to pick up her shoe, she would not have become a princess. And it's a flip out. And it's a writing space. How fun. And there's the end of the book. Yay. I had a good time. I really did at the end. So I guess I have a couple more pages. But that is my giant, that's the biggest journal I've ever made. Where's the little, I thought there was a little green envelope in here. What did I do with that? Maybe that's in my, now I'm thinking about where's my mini envelope. Because it really wasn't that blue one. Oh, this is, but that's not even that mini, is it? But I was going to make it a really mini. it's a 4x4 or something like that, 3x3. And so, yes, but I want to go back. I'm so sorry I bumped you, because it was Disney Princess Fairy Tale Unicorns, and the things that I included, we needed to include 7, and I included lace, ribbon, washi tape, something wooden, die cuts, fabric, buttons, tickets, index cards, paper doily, postage stamps, library cards, graph paper, envelopes, notepad paper, vellum, painty or inky paper, scrapbook paper, digitals or printables, book page, bling, sheet music, notebook or lined paper, stamped image, recycled items, coloring book page, paper ruffle, items from punches, and chipboard. Wow, that's a lot. So I included all those things and maybe even more. And so I have, I didn't even count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29. I got 29 instead of 9. Oh, and I included texture paste, so there's 30. So yeah, and then of course, here's the things. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, and I was supposed to have 6. So, it's all good. So we can write 15 out of 6, and on this page we can write 30 out of 7. So, there you go. And you know what? I really like to include this. Sometimes I just include the items to make and items to include, but I like to include it in there just because I like to keep it together. And so I will give this to my friend, my sweet girl Alexis. I hope she likes it. I think she will. I don't know what she'll do, but I told her I was going to send it to her because I will. I need to. And I know she has some stamps and ink and blocks, and so maybe she'll do some of her own. But thank you so much for joining me on Flip Through Friday and for Junk Journal Madness, Flip Through Friday. And I will see you in my when I make my video for August, which is Vintage Cooking with Faith. And I'll tell you all about vintage cooking and faith. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.